we make beer out of it. It's called Waikato. The most important fact about this river, it's the only one to leave this entire lake. 27 rivers, streams and tributaries come into this lake. Only one goes out. This whole lake, everybody, goes through the Hooker Falls. If you haven't been to the Hooker Falls, I do recommend it. Especially as the lake is 95% full at the moment. Got about 15 centimetres. 15 centimetres time when we'll be breaking the banks. It's currently running at about 307 cubics. It's 307 cubic metres per second. Now, does anybody know whether we are a volcano or not? An active volcano? That sounds a bit like now to me. Yes, we are. The last time this lake erupted was 232 AD, 1800 years ago. The big one before that was 26,500 years ago, which was the biggest eruption in the world in the last 70,000 years. The whole of the Earth's recorded history, there's only been one volcano eruption bigger than this one here. So underneath the boat right now at a depth of only 10 kilometres we have magma, that's molten lava underneath the boat. Apparently this is the thinnest part of the Earth's crust, right underneath the boat.
And we're here.
We have magma, that's molten lava. So if we do erupt today, you will be dead.
Thank you.
But you know, there's an upside to that though, folks. You'll be the first in line. When you get to wherever you're going, up or down. So you should be able to negotiate some pretty good terms and conditions. We have on the west coast of the North Island, we have black sand. All that black sand came from this lake. Now, who here on this boat knows what the proper name of this lake is?
Taupo Lake?
Taupo Lake, almost. Taupo Nuia Tia. Tia was a big chief that came out on the original waka, or canoe with Te Arawa. Ngāta Roirangi was on that same canoe. Tūwharetoa was on the same canoe. They were a lesser tribe. They were on the back of the canoe. It was the Te Arawa canoe. And Tia stood on top of our pregnant lady over here on the left. Mount Tauhara.
Oh, it does look like a woman.
As we get further out, she looks more and more pregnant, more and more like a lady. And from the top of that mountain, he threw a tree. Now that tree landed off Whariwaka Point over here, and it pierced the valley floor. The water came up to fill the lake. It's called Te Wara Te Karawai I Tia, the cloak of Tia. Of course, on the left over here with that orange roof building over there, that's called the Millennium, otherwise known as Manuel's to the locals. That's running along the beach, east to west. For about a kilometre we have hot water. Now that runs up the hill to the Hilton, where it joins into the Otamaheki stream. We have the Debrett's hot pools that runs along the top of the hill, through the AC baths and out to Spa Park. Now Spa Park, there's a free hot pool there, everybody. So if you get cold today on the boat, I recommend you go to Spa Park for a free hot pool. Otherwise, it's quite good. You can walk from Spa Park to the Hooker Falls, Takes about an hour and a quarter return. And when you get back, you have a nice hot pull. Now across on our left over here we have 2 Mile Bay, 3 Mile Bay, 4 Mile Bay and 5 Mile Bay. Why are they called that? From the river. Think colonial times. Yeah, they from the post office. So when you're driving around New Zealand, you see out of the country, a letterbox, it'll say something like 1517. It's 15.17 kilometres from the post office. Not the name of the farm.
I'm on a boat and we are going in, we're actually in Lake Taupo. It's a big chilly. This is actually a volcano, the crater of a volcano, and it's alive.
I got a bit nervous and they called for help. The British arrived. They brought with them the armed constabulary. They based themselves out by the whole port there, and to this day we have the whole port, the AC bars, named after the constabulary. On the left over here we have white cliffs, down on the southeastern side. They were a lot whiter. We had a big eruption on Mount Ruapehu in 95. The ash came down the lake and covered all the houses. Those cliffs were a lot whiter then. But an indication of its warmth, about 200 metres of ash, rocks, only 30 centimetres of absolute. So right behind us, just to New Zealand's largest forest. The world's first exotic plantation in the 1930s. Minister of Forestry went around the world, selected trees, every country that he visited. It turns out that the good old pine tree was the best at growing in the soil type. You see, if you look along the mountain range, in front you'll see some light brown areas, light green areas, different shapes in the hillside. So they've been sustainably grown and harvested. Now we've genetically modified those trees now. This one's for the greenies. We like genetic modification in Taupo because you can't eat trees. So now we can cut those trees down every 18 years instead of every 28 to 30 years. Pine trees do come with some problems. Does anybody know what they are?
Pine needles.
Pine needles. Yeah, be the pine needles. Filling them in your ass when you wake up in the morning. Apart from the pollen, the worst thing that could possibly happen is if we get disease into this country. heard that fella that used to ride around with a big hat on a horse called Shane Jones. He wanted to plant 1 billion pine trees. Now if we get the pine beetle, it's just going to devastate New Zealand. It's in Canada. I've had people on the boat talk to me about it. They're just constantly cutting down trees to try and stay ahead of the pine beetle. We can't get rid of it. We've got myrtle rust. It's killing our fijoas and our pahutukawa. And we've got the kauri dieback, which has got no cure at this stage. So we certainly don't want to get another disease in which is going to kill our pine trees. So yeah, it does come with some risk. Straight ahead of us we've got a quaint little bay called Acacia Bay, which is not really famous for anything.
They've got beautiful accommodations in there.
Oh, what?
They've got beautiful accommodations in there.
Oh, nice accommodation?
Yeah.
Yes, it does have some nice accommodation over there. There's a place called Taupo Sunrise, which is really nice. It's like a conference centre for women. And you can go there and you can do some yoga. You can eat raw food.
What's that place that we went and stayed in
You
there?
can do mindfulness and well-being stuff. If that sounds like you, then...
No, I'm not into yoga.
Yeah, Taupo Sunrise. I can recommend it. It's very nice. So yeah, they do have a lot of good Airbnbs over there. Nice views. Taupo is known as the event capital of New Zealand. You can race yourself across the lake, you can race yourself around the lake on a bike or a running race. Lots of mountain bike tracks all around here. Fishing competitions, knitting competitions, seeker competitions, home and garden shows, the Ironman, the half Ironman, the half Ironman and the quarter half Ironman.